Good morning. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, all. Sorry I was a little late getting started because I was trying to get my camera and light ring and everything all situated. So full disclosure, that's what happened. Can everybody hear me? If you're watching, can you just put in the comments that you can hear me? I just did a little bit of a different setup, so I want to make sure that everything is good and people can hear me. So if you're watching, just shoot me a comment, thumbs up, or a heart and say that you can hear me. I'd super appreciate that. All right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, good morning. So we are, I believe, awesome. Thank you, love. I believe we are in our 6th Empowered Hour. I'm losing count, which is a good thing because we're just going each week. Today's lovely session is going to be on abundance, super strong download, and then it was confirmed through a person that I texted with this week, so super awesome. Basically, we'll just jump right in. So what you believe is what you create in your reality, right? So anything that is a conscious belief or a subconscious belief, which most of our subconscious beliefs sits in the back of the brain, those are what's going to manifest in your life, right? And so a lot of this work will take subconscious beliefs and bring it to the consciousness for release, and then also just take things that we may be conscious of, right? Patterns and childhood programming and things of that sort. And we will shift those so that can free you, that can free the trauma from the cells that's holding the belief, and then just open up your experience in reality on the 3D. So if you've never joined me before, we have to do 3 basic beliefs so that you can receive the downloads and healings. They are: I want an instant healing, I deserve an instant healing, and an instant healing is possible. If you don't have these 3, then you're not going to be able to receive theta because you're going to have kind of a conscious or unconscious block to it, right? So if you would like those 3, just say yes out loud to verbally confirm, and then yes in the comments below. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. So let's get started. First off, who has had like the craziest week? I know I have. Lots of blessings and a lot of forward moving energy, but I want to note one thing as far as kind of where astrology is, because that's another one of my passions. So the Mercury, which is the planet of communication, of kind of fast forward moving energy, that is in Gemini. So Gemini is an air sign. I'm a Libra sun, so I totally relate to Geminis. It's very air energy. It's very thinking. Air is associated with the mind. So lots of like super dynamic thoughts or revelations or ideas can be coming to you now. Creators saying like write those down, right? It might not be the right time right now to implement those ideas, or maybe it does if that's what feels good to you in your body. So write those ideas down in a book. I actually have like a note app on my phone, and when anything is downloaded to me, because Creator has no time limits, right? Creator just gives me downloads. It can be in the shower, it can be shopping, it can be at the grocery store while I'm doing work with you guys. But write those ideas down. Like I got an idea. I'll share one with you guys the other day, that I'm supposed to be painting, and I hadn't since I was a small child. So I did some theta work around that, and I went and bought paint supplies this last week, and I've been really enjoying painting. It's a form of creativity for me and of art. So you never know when the kind of, I'll say, the mood's gonna hit you, right? So be cognizant of those things. Don't just brush them off. They're not like a little, people can be like, oh, it's just my mind, that's silly. But pay attention to them. When you're aligned like we are into our intuition and into your knowing, those are downloads from Creator. Thank you so much, love. Those are downloads from Creator, and Creator wants you to be creative. Even if it's like go swing on some swings at a park, right? Your inner child is wanting to be silly, to show up, to embrace life. So listen to those little nudges from Creator. In fact, let's do a couple little shifts around those before we get into this. Thank you, Creator. You're magical. So Creator wants to change an obligation to do life in the same way, right? To where it just has to be monotonous. Like, I gotta do the same thing every day. So we're gonna change what obligates you to be held into that paradigm of doing life in the same way. Because we're shifting, guys. We're growing, we're evolving, and with that shift, we're gonna change, and what we like is gonna change, right? Maybe I didn't like radishes back in the day, but now that's what my body needs. So Creator's gonna tell us that, right? Or our body is. The body is miraculous. So let's change what prevents us from listening to the body, from listening to Creator's downloads and healings and insights from ourselves, not from anyone outside of ourselves, though people can bring you good confirmations, right? And like send you little information, but we always know what's best for us at the end of the day, right? So we want to change what prevents us from taking that intuitive guidance from Creator and using it for our highest and best good, whether that's a cue to do painting or something about our body, right? Or something about our reality. We want to get Creator's discernment of, let's say, ego thoughts, right? Like if it's our ego trying to protect us, or maybe something from trauma, so it's a projection of what we used to experience, versus Creator's downloads and Creator's channeling, right? I do this little exercise that a good friend of mine taught to me, where I drop into my body and I say, I am in a space of neutrality, right? And then you're going to say, like let's say the radish thing, right? I'm going to say, radishes feel good in my body. And then I'll close my eyes and I can feel in my solar plexus, in my body, either this contracting, like, oh, no, radishes don't feel good in my body, or this expansiveness, typically in my heart or in my stomach, right? And then I ask to be in neutrality again. I say, please make me neutral. And then I ask to, I say radishes are bad. I repeat that affirmation in my mind, and then I see how my body feels in that space. So even if your like mind is trying to go a million different ways, really dropping into your body, first in a space of neutrality, and then saying like, hey, this is good for me, or this isn't, or hey, this feels good, or hey, this doesn't. Your body will tell you guys what is good for you and what's not, or what is in your highest and best good, aligned with your higher self. So let's change what prevents you from using that little trick, or just being in tune with your intuition on what's good for you, your body, your mind, your spirit, or your 10 bodies. What else? Okay, Creator wants to remove us from kind of an old energy portal. It's like a past collective experience that we had around like having to be stuck in our routine for feelings of safety and control. So we're gonna remove us. Creator's like showing me kind of like this twilight zone. Creator's like sucking us out of that energy in a really loving way. So no stress or no pain. Sucking us out of that, closing it up, and then putting us on the new matrix, which is like limitless expansiveness, creative and loving, and like it's just limitless, right? There's no box around constrictions or what we can do, or the same experience or control. It's very like surrendering, openness, and really like love. So we want to we're going to change what prevents us from moving off of that old portal, timeline, vortice, and then we're going to change what prevents us from being on the new matrix of life, right? Openness, expansion, growth, acceleration, ascension, evolution. Ooh, those are beautiful. And then let's do a forgiveness protocol, guys. It's always good measure to do a forgiveness protocol, and Creator's saying we need to forgive ourselves, Creator, and then anyone else who perpetuated the misunderstandings around routine, or if we used it, like a lot of times we use control as a kind of inner child mechanism to feel safe, right? If we know what's coming, then we feel safe. The unknown is scary. So that's just a childhood programming mechanism to help ourselves feel safe. So let's change what obligates us to utilize any outdated or outmoded perception of childhood programming, whether that's control, whether that's like any type of like OCD behaviors. I know I had that as a child. I like things just as they were. Yeah, any outmoded like trauma conditioning or inner child wounding mechanism. And then let's change what obligates the unknown to be scary, what obligates trust in creator to be fearful or unsettling is the word that creator is giving me. So let's just change all of that. Let's send it to creator's love and light, never to return on this plane of existence or any future plane. And let's send a soothing protocol of like, it's like green grounding energy and also this royal blue energy. It's light codes that are going to be sent to the vagus nerve and to the central nervous system, right? Where our parasympathetic and sympathetic dominance runs our systems. And that's either fight or flight or rest and relaxation, right? So we're just going to do a soothing protocol to that system so that it can kind of relax into this state of beingness, into the state of presence, into the state of, hey, I surrender and everything's going to be okay. And I have faith and trust and presence in this design because creator knows all, right, guys? And sometimes us and our humanness, we don't understand why things are happening the way that they are, but we are always protected and loved, and creator always has a plan for us that is so much bigger, that guys, than we can even imagine. Just this limitlessness, right? I will tell you, my life before theta and my life after theta, y'all, 1000% difference. And like, it was just trusting creator on that first day in May of 2019. Woo! And then look at us now. Like, look at some of the people that I had class with. That first class are on this this Empowered Hour. Thank you for being here, my love. And I mean, just the changes, guys, that have happened are so transformational. I'd have to do like a 5-hour video on the changes since theta in my life. Like, beautiful. And I will one day, guys. I'll do a little synopsis of it. But yeah, just so amazing. So if you would like all of those, guys, just say yes out loud and in the comments below. Thank you, thank you. I don't know about you guys, but I just felt this wash of like peace in my heart. Like, it almost brings me to tears. Yeah, this just like solace. Like, my heart was just like, and two, I'll tell you guys, I've been doing real estate this whole morning. And so I was kind of like moving and shaking and feeling that Mercury and Gemini. But right now when I'm with you guys and we just did these shifts, my heart's just like release. It's so nice. I love doing this work with you guys. So thank you for showing up. All right. So let's get into some abundance. Like, if you guys know me personally, you'll know that abundance is one of my favorite besides self-care. Like, I freaking love abundance. I love working with women and men to get to their abundance. Like, the greatest gift in my life, you guys, is truly, and I will tell everybody this, is making people feel seen, heard, valued, and loved, because everybody needs that. And that's our human experience, right? That's everybody's 4 basic needs in life. We need to feel seen, heard, loved, and valued. And then 2 is empowering people for them to create their new reality and for them to know what they can experience in life, right? A lot of times we feel like we're stuck in crap, and we are, because we're just in our patterns or karma or whatever needs to be shifted. But freeing people of that, and then for them to see how freaking amazing they are, is the greatest gift I could ever receive. Like, seeing people grow and ascend, like, literally brings me to tears. So thank you for showing up, and thanks for doing this work with me. And I can't wait to for Creator and I to open up this field of abundance for you, whatever that looks like, guys, right? whether it's money, whether that's a new opportunity to bring in money, whether that's a new place to live, whether that's maybe it's cupcakes because you like cupcakes, right? And it's someone offers you a free cupcake on a Friday. I love that. So abundance can look in so many forms, shapes. It can come in so many boxes and in so many ways. So let's get started. So creators like giving them to me. In fact, earlier today when I was getting ready, I was already getting some of those downloads, and I'm just like, Creator, thank you. So okay, let's get Creator's definition and alignment of abundance. Let's so in our humanness, right, and in our experiences with abundance, we can kind of see like an outdated perception of abundance. So let's get Creator's download and alignment of abundance. Let's get Creator's download and alignment of the various forms of abundance, right? Financial, physical, emotional, spiritual, ethereal abundance, energetic abundance, yeah, and then let's also get Creator's definition, and I love this word, y'all. I say it all the time. Wealth consciousness. Like that is such an expansive term. So Creator wants to bring that into our being. And what Creator does when we do downloads, and I've received this a couple times, is brings in the essence of it, right? So like there's this, to me, it looks like the little emoji with the little sparklers on our iPhones, right? If you have an iPhone or someone sent it to you, it's like this magical gold dust that is like literally downloaded into your central nervous system. How freaking beautiful is that? So you're literally radiating like the magic of abundance. You're radiating this prosperity and wealth consciousness. And I'll tell you guys, because I do a lot of Kundalini, your central nervous system is your life force pathway. It's your Kundalini center. It connects all your chakras. So you're literally radiating wealth consciousness from your crown chakra all the way to your root. Like, come on, Creator. Thank you, love. That's profound. So let's do that first, and then we're going to move on to other stuff. If you would like that alignment and downloads of abundance, wealth consciousness, and let's get discernment on the old way to do abundance and kind of the new manifestation way. And Creator's saying, you don't need to know what that looks like. We're just going to download it. And I hear, so one of the viewers, an amazing viewer, just said she got chills. I know I am supposed to get this download. That's beautiful. And side note, amazing notice, by the way, of your intuition. So beautiful. Chills are such a confirmation. So if you would like all of those downloads, and in addition, how the old view of abundance used to work and now the new one, just say yes out loud and in the comments, my loves. Thank you. So I'm going to share this visualization with you. Creator I saw this like kind of ring of light symbolizing our old view of abundance, and Creator just like blasted it like the Big Bang Theory. So now our view of abundance is like this limitless like Big Bang Theory. Oh, I love that. Whew. Okay, let me get a drink real quick, guys. Beautiful. All right, thank you. All right, what else you got for us, Creator? I want to change an obligation to have any expectations, any limiting paradigms, any rigid childhood programming paradigms, societal paradigms, anything that was taught to us or an opinion from others outside of ourselves that was brought to us around abundance, around scarcity. I'm hearing a lot of it is cultural, collective, so we were taught this, and then familial. There's also a lot of ancestral lineage stuff here. So we want to clear out any karma, trauma, PTSD triggering mechanisms, open timelines or portals or vortices in a past life or this life that give you the propensity to stay in scarcity, to stay away from anything that is not abundant, that is unserving of your highest and best good. And Creator's saying that has to do with abundance, that has to do with just any type of playing small, right? Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, we want to send that to Creator's love and light, never to return in this plane of existence or any future plane of existence for each of us. And then we're also going to do a forgiveness protocol on this for any of those misunderstandings that we had with other sentient beings around abundance, lack, scarcity. Because Creator's saying we need to do abundance, but we also need to do the opposite end of the spectrum, which is the scarcity work, so that we can receive abundance. So we're going to do the forgiveness protocol on anybody we've experienced that with, ourself and Creator. Beautiful. What else, Creator? Yeah, we're going to do a heartbreak repair and then a soul retrieval for any pieces of our soul that were lost with other sentient beings in any past life or this life around abundance experiences. And then we're going to give people back their pieces of their soul if we've received those in an energetic exchange. We're going to clear out both our maternal, our mothers, and then our paternal, our fathers, ancestral lines. I'm hearing back 111 generations. Wow. On our maternal and our paternal lines around abundance, lack, scarcity, right? Because guys, our past, our ancestors' generations, they were not as, they didn't live as in an abundant society as we do today, right? Where you can order Instacart to bring groceries to your door, where you can get Amazon to deliver a package the same day, right? They had to go out and hunt and gather back in the primitive era, and they had to really store things, right? Like they had a separate house full of like meat and salted meats, and they didn't have access to going to the grocery store and buying these things, right, like we do. So we want to clear out both of those lines on both your maternal and paternal lineages, and any ancestral epigenetic data around like a misappropriated perception of abundance or lack or scarcity or hardship or challenge. We're going to clear all of that out. Creator's just doing, like Creator's showing me kind of like a spring cleaning with like a little toothbrush, which is hilarious. And Creator's going to clean out all the stuff that's unserving of our ancestral lines on both the maternal and the paternal side. So that's really beautiful. Let's also run the forgiveness protocol on ourselves, on Creator, and then anybody else, our ancestors, epigenetic data, our family, or anybody else who we've had that kind of trauma and karma around abundance with. Yeah, I want to close, complete, and clear completely any karmic cycles that are open or karmic bonds around a lack of abundance in our experience. And that can be in this life or a past life as well. And parallel timelines as well, because Creator's saying there's versions of us that exist on another plane. I know that's weird to say, but it's happening, right? There's a lot of different quantum fields and versions of us existing at the same time in our past and our future. So Creator's just going to clear all of those out as well, so that those don't hold on to any of the scarcity paradigm is what I'm hearing. So if you would like those awesome and far out downloads and healings, just say yes out loud, guys, and yes in the comments below. Thank you so much. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful. Thank you. So we're going to do what I saw is like a half moon shape, and it was running this way on a timeline, but Creator wants to shift it this way. You're very welcome, my loves. So Creator's going to shift a timeline of abundance first from a vertical paradigm into a horizontal, which is going to make it easier for us to be in alignment with. And then there's this piece of, what is that? Hold on just a sec, guys. Okay, so it's like a, this is really cool. I've never received this before. It's like a treasure chest, and it's like a half moon, and it's like a cornucopia of abundance, right? So Creator's going to shift that from a vertical stance that's running through us to kind of a horizontal stance. And Creator's telling me that it's going to run right along our heart chakra, our solar plexus, and into our sacral and root. So it's going to really be aligned with those chakras. And interestingly enough, we manifest from that, right? Our heart, our solar plexus, which is our power center, our sacral, which is our sexual energy, our creativity as well, and then our root, which is the physical 3D manifestations of in the 3D, right? So how cool is that? Like, Creator is just so, like, I just want to do like an Italian. Yes, I love it. So that is what Creator wants to give us. So let's change what prevents that from happening, from the vertical transition to the horizontal transition of abundance, and then realigning it with our body and whatever, and our chakras in whatever way Creator deems appropriate for our highest and best good. And we're going to change what prevents all of our chakras from synchronizing. Words when you're channeling are difficult. From synchronizing with, or being in synchronization, there we go, with our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral, and our root chakra. Thank you, Creator. So if you would like those juicy downloads, holy cow, guys, I know I would. That's going to be huge for everybody. My girl says she's feeling it already. I love it. My very good friend. I love that. So if you would like those beautiful downloads, please say yes out loud and in the comments, y'all. Ooh, I love this. I love this work so much. So beautiful, y'all. Can I just tell you, I want to share this with you guys. My body just got so hot. Like, I'm like sweating. I know that's kind of gross, but when I super channel on like big stuff, like moving karma or big downloads coming in that are like, my body's almost like, holy crap, kid, I can't hold this. Like, that's what I just felt. Like, energy is just rushing through, y'all. Like, my Kundalini center and then all of me. It's just like chills and heat, and like I'm radiating it already. So thank you for sharing your experience, guys, on that. Wow, Creator, thank you. Beautiful. We're doing beautiful work here, guys. So thanks for being in the energy and holding that space and just co-creating together, because you guys are doing this too. Thank you. What else you got for us, Creator, on abundance? Yeah, Creator's showing me like this inner child work that we're going to do around abundance, because I'm hearing like the more we play and just set our intentions and release our manifestations, the more they can come into us fluidly and lovingly, right? So if we're playing and like just doing fun things, Creator's going to bring in those manifestations so much more. If we're like sitting and like waiting and like thinking about them and like in this space of rigidity and constriction, it's going to resist our manifestations of abundance, right? So if we go out and like, yesterday I took my nephew to the jumpy world, right? And I played with him. I literally climbed in tunnels and I jumped around, and I was exhausted after, I'll be authentic with you, because I was tired and Kiki got tired. That's what he calls me. But it just opened up this channel of play, and it made my inner child so happy, y'all. So Creator wants to change what prevents us from being in a space of optimism and our inner child and innocence, and coming back to like this, our inner child self, right? Where we were 7, playing. where we were 7 and swinging on swings and being in the present, right? So that we can stay in the present and stay in joy. And then our abundance just comes in, right? Y'all, like, that's what I'm hearing. So let's change what prevents us from playing more. Let's get Creator's download and definition of playing, of innocence, of releasing our inner child and that joy. You know, when you see little kids, they don't run out of energy because they're just in presence and play and innocence, right? And that their light is what is just, that inner vitality, that life force energy is just flowing through them, right? So they don't get tired because they're in joy. And that's what happens to us, guys, when we sing, when we're playing with friends, like when we're literally like going out with friends and having like, you know, a tea or having girl time or having girl chat, and we're just losing track of time. That's what Creator wants us to do, guys, is to enjoy life. So I got a comment that says, what if we never remember a time we did play? That He can give us new memories of playing, or Creator can give us new memories of playing. Right. So I experienced a lot of that as a child too, because we had to be, I know I'm the oldest, so I had to be very stoic and take care of my siblings, right? When I was younger, that's kind of how I was raised. So I want to remove any trauma, karma, PTSD, or triggering mechanisms around play. I want to change. Okay, so in your specific case, love, there's a bit of disassociation because of some trauma you experienced. So the body was like, sayonara, I'm leaving, and I don't want to be a part of this, right? Because of the trauma you experienced when you were younger. So I want to change what obligates us to disassociate, or for our soul to leave, or for us to disassociate from the present moment when we play. I also want to change what prevents us from knowing, seeing, and believing that play is safe, right? That play is beneficial and it is safe and it is seen and valued, and that we are safe to play. Yeah, let's change that belief. Changing the belief, I am safe to play. So if that's a no for you, it'll change to a yes, that you are safe to play. And I want to forgive any other sentient beings who you had a misunderstanding with play in a past life or this life. And then I also want to forgive ourselves for the lack of play, and then Creator as well, right? Because that can all be intertwined. I also want to, there's one more thing Creator's saying. Let's see what that is. I want to change what prevents us from showing up as ourself, from showing up as the authentic you, from showing up as of your beautiful, innocent, loving, childlike self, right? Even when you're an adult, you can still show up in that way. Like, for instance, me allowing myself to go play with my nephew yesterday, and those tunnels was me allowing myself to show up in that inner child dynamic, right? And guys, go play with your children, right? If that is what that takes. Like, get blocks out, finger paint. That'll help you and your inner child see how you can play, right? So that's really beautiful. Yeah, so let's do those, guys. All of those downloads around the inner child, around playing. Yeah, if you'd like those, just say yes out loud and then yes in the comments below. Thank you so much. Beautiful. We're going to do, thank you so much. We're going to do a heart opening for our heart, expanding our perception of play, our perception of reality, our perception of abundance. So Creator's just going to, there's a limited experience of that right now. Excuse me. So Creator is going to just open up that abundance of that play of your heart energy, so that you can do life in a different way. We also want to do a heart healing, doing a repair for any heartbreak we've experienced around play, around abundance, around manifesting in a past life or this life. And we also, again, want to bring back pieces of our soul. Sorry guys, texts keep coming up on my phone. We want to bring back pieces of our soul from any past lives or this current lifetime around abundance, around play, around our inner child, around optimism and blessings, and around heart energy, so we can just be a magnet for receiving, right? All right, so I was wondering if Creator was going to do this today. So typically we're really good at giving as humans because we've been taught to give of ourselves, which is a beautiful thing, right? But there's also a good balance to giving and receiving so that we can also receive. Because typically the way that we've been taught to give is very transactional, very self-sacrificing, like be a good person and give until you can't give anymore. Creator wants you to also receive, right? So we're going to change what prevents us from being balanced in both giving and receiving. We're going to get Creator's new definition and downloads of both giving and receiving so that we can do that in a really beautiful way. To where, yes, we have a beautiful heart, and I can show up and give, through my channeling on this this beautiful empowered hour, but I also can receive as well, right? And I'm receiving these downloads for myself as well. So Creator wants to also give us Creator's definitions, and that you're in alignment with, and how it serves you moving forward, of mutually beneficial, unconditionally loving giving and receiving, right? So it's not this, you do this for me and I do this for you. That's transactional, guys. That's not how we're going to exist as a collective anymore. Not in the new earth, at least. We're going to exist with boundaries and with love, and in saying, hey, you know what? I'm really depleted today. I am exhausted. I need a day. So no, I can't help you with that, right? And it's in a very loving way, not an aggressive, distorted, masculine perspective, right? Because the old earth tells us that we have to do life in that way. But really, we're going to move forward in this, I can help you, and I can look into that for you, right? So Creator's really going to align us and download us with that beautiful paradigm so that we can do giving and receiving in a different way. Let's also change. We're going to remove any karma, trauma, PTSD triggering mechanisms or addictions to codependency, chaos, trauma, drama, an outdated version of giving and receiving. Yeah, or any past experiences that we've had with others around a misappropriated view of, or misguided view of giving and receiving. So there's this card in the tarot, because I do a lot of tarot readings and like a lot of work for myself, because it gives you insight and guidance into kind of what you're going through, and it helps me to channel sometimes. So there's this Six of Pentacles, and it's basically, it has the scales of justice, which is fairness, right? And there's this giving and receiving element of it. So Creator's really going to download us with that, like the proper balance of giving and receiving for each of us, because what's right for me is going to be different for you, right? And then we want to get discernment on unconditionally loving and boundaries in unconditionally loving perception and boundaries in giving and receiving, so that we can do it not in a way that burns us out because we're just giving out of a space of unworthiness, but a true, I love myself and I need some time, so I'm going to say no on this, right? But next time, maybe I can like give of myself in channeling, or maybe time. Creator's really driving that point home with all of us. Like, we have to get out of this like, oh my gosh, I just want to give to everybody. But really it's from a really wounded space, or from a feeling of unworthiness or want to be loved, and a no thank you, like I'm just really tapped out right now. Like, guys, I'll tell you right now, this week has been crazy for real estate and also for Theta. I've had like 4 new clients. I'm working with a lot of buyers and doing a lot of contracts. And so for the rest of the day, today I'm doing one thing for real estate that I need to do for some clients, and then I'm literally taking the rest of the day off, aside from one other channeling that I have to send somebody. So that's my boundaries, because guys, if my cup's not filled, I can't give to anybody else, right? So you have to take those times for you. You have to take those times for stepping back and really giving yourself that self-care. So let's change what prevents you from knowing and seeing when to step back and assert your boundaries, and when to ask for that self-care, or that, hey, I need a moment, I'm not able to give or receive of myself. Oh, thank you so much, love. Yeah, I have to remind myself of it, honestly, love. Like, I have to tell myself, oh, right, I'm feeling really exhausted, like I need that space and time, right? And I have to be really good about my boundaries, guys, especially when we're doing energy work, especially when we're doing healing. And it doesn't mean I don't love people. I would love to, remind people and interact with people of how amazing they are and take time with friends, but right now I'm just focused on my businesses and on growing that. And so the people in my life are very loving and understanding of that, right? And I check in with them, I love them, and I let them know that I'm thinking of them, but I also have to have really strong boundaries because I have a lot going on right now. So if you're one of those people, thank you for understanding and respecting that and loving that. And I have an amazing support system that really understands that. So I love you. All right, so I want to remove any outdated or outmoded paradigms of giving and receiving. Again, in a transactional regard, in a, it's like free from unconditional loving. Like, it's a very, I don't know what the word is. It's a very codependent dynamic, like quid pro quo is what I'm hearing. So like, you give me this, I give you that. That's not how Creator intended for giving and receiving to be. It's I think I'm going to give this time to you because I really appreciate and love you, right? Not I'm going to give this to you so you owe me. Mm-mm. And I notice this especially, guys, in family dynamics. Like, well, you're my mom, so you have to help me. No one owes you anything. I know that's hard to hear, guys, but no one owes you anything. I don't owe people stuff because they're my siblings. I don't owe people stuff because I don't owe anybody anything, right? If I want to give of myself and I'm in a good place and I can do that, great. But we have to get out of this, oh, you're my sister, so you have to watch my child. No, she doesn't. I know that's hard to hear, guys, but I say that lovingly. That's not how things are going to exist in the new paradigm. I can offer if I want to watch my nephew or help my sister out, but if I'm not in a place to do that and it's going to deplete me more, I'm not signing up for that anymore. And that's how Creator wants it to be moving forward. So let's forgive ourselves for any time that we've done that, when we might have said yes and we meant no. Let's also forgive when we've put that on anybody else, right? So let's forgive any other sentient being that we've had that kind of transactional or exhaustive codependent paradigm with. Let's forgive ourselves, Creator, and anybody else involved in those. And then let's change what obligates us to do giving and receiving in that way. Let's change what obligates us to come from any space of trauma or drama or chaos or childhood programming, right? Because we were taught that way. Like, I know I was taught by my parents, and this is no shade, just authenticity with you guys. And I've talked to my mom about this before. I was taught to show up where, like, oh, you have to watch your brother and sister, because I was the oldest and I helped out a lot with my siblings, right, at a very young age. And not good, bad, or indifferent. I just know now that it's not my responsibility to look out for my siblings. If I want to, that's great, but it's not, the onus is not on me anymore, because that was really exhausting as a child for me. So I want to remove any karma, trauma, soul ties or soul bonds, or any other kind of childhood programming, ancestral data, collective programming, cultural programming, or anything where that obligated you to do anything, guys, that you really didn't want to do at the time and you had to, right? So we're just going to change all of that. Remove any karma around that, any trauma, drama, chaos, or tethering mechanism or codependent mechanisms that exist there for you, your family, or anybody else who you've had those outdated, outmoded, codependent experiences with. So if you would like all that was a mouthful, just say yes out loud and in the comments below, guys. Thank you. beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love that. Yay, thank you. Okay, so Creator wants to do a protocol of basically like a grief protocol. Creator's going to remove all the grief and the sadness or any low vibrational frequency energies, which can be anger, sadness, resentment, regret, remorse, grief, anything that's held in the lungs, in the heart, or in the third eye, surprisingly. Around grief and any of these experiences of abundance, of unconditionally loving, receiving, and giving, of your childhood experiences. Creator just wants to automatically transmute those into their 13-dimensional high vibrational counterpart. So we're going to bring them from those low frequency energies of around 111 hertz to their 999 hertz frequency for automatic transmutation. It's just going to happen automatically, guys. So that's really beautiful. Yeah, let's do that one right now. So if you'd like that gem of a download, just say yes out loud and yes in the comments below, guys. Thank you. All right, beautiful, awesome, thank you. So Creator's also going to put the, you know how the time 111, Creator, it's kind of like a light frequency, or like you'll see it on the clock and you'll be like 111. So Creator's going to bring that 111 frequency into our beingness, into our life force channel, our Kundalini center, and into all of our chakras. And it's actually Creator's saying an ascension code. So that is going to download into our central nervous system, into all of our body, and it's going to bring super potent light energies into that area over the next 11 days. How synchronistic. And Creator's just it's gonna expand us. It's gonna expand our heart chakras, all of our chakras. It's going to bring this expansive, light, abundant energy into our beingness, into our physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, and ethereal bodies. So Creator's saying, get ready for a ride. We're expanding and we're evolving and we're ascending and we're moving forward in light and love. So if you would like that, just say yes out loud and in the comments below, my beautiful soul family. I felt like giving you guys kisses and love. So if you'd like that, just say yes out loud. I know I'm a dork. I love it. And I feel very comfortable to be myself with you guys. Thank you. I see like this little kid dancing like boop, 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 boop. It's me and it's all you guys too. So, and I did a lot of inner child work yesterday on myself. So, and then with a friend of mine. So that is just showing up, like the ability to be me and be goofy and sing and dance and love myself. So thank you guys for witnessing that, those changes. All right. So, Creator wants all of us to check in right now and see how we're feeling. Like, how you guys feeling? Put it in the comments below. How did you feel when we started, and now how you felt about kind of coming into the ending of our abundance downloads. Please feel free to say anything that's coming up for you, anything we need to check into, or just tell me how you're feeling. I know I'll share first, guys. I'm feeling like this crazy amount of gratitude in my heart. Like, sometimes when I feel this much gratitude, it brings up tears, right? Because there's so much energy behind that vibration of love. So I just feel my heart open. I feel my sacral and my root chakra really open, and those connected. I feel a lot of energy moving in there, and that's just so profound and so beautiful. Like, I hope you guys feel kind of the same, because these downloads are really open and expansive. I felt that last 111 work, the light codes that Creator sent us, they're just profound. And I think you guys are really going to see amazing things happen in your reality. Opportunities, forward moving energy, like really beautiful. So I just got a happy, honored, and loved, great, excited for things to come. Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing my love. Ooh, I love that. I feel lighter. I felt myself. I am saying I am free out loud, releasing grief over my lungs and third eye. Oh, you are free, you are free, you are free. You are released from what no longer serves you. That's beautiful. Ooh, guys, thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing up. This abundance work has been so profound. So Creator wants to do one more thing real quick for all of us. We are going to download 111 positive virtues for these healings and downloads to take place. Those include things like wealth consciousness, abundance, grace, unconditional love, Creator's unconditional love, divinity, light codes, empowerment, sovereignty, liberation. Yeah, like this yin and yang, right? Because it's like the peace sign, the light and the dark, right? Like giving and receiving. So Creator is going to download us with that divine feminine and masculine, yin and yang, receiving and giving energy so that it can be a really fluid experience. And then 111 total positive virtues that are going to be downloaded into our Kundalini center, into our spine, essentially, and then permeate out into all of our physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, and ethereal bodies. What else, Creator? Okay, and then we're going to change what prevents us from being aligned with our new timeline, and then being fluid and flowing with that timeline. I just meshed two words. And really being fluid and flowing with that new updated timeline that Creator deems appropriate for each of us. So we're going to reintegrate us with that new timeline so that all those opportunities and that abundance can flow into us. And let's change what prevents opportunities, abundance, and energies of positivity and optimism and joy and all the abundance of all types from flowing into us now. I love that. So if you guys would like that, just say yes out loud and in the comments below. Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Creator. Thank you for showing up, for all of our beautiful energy together, healing ourselves first and foremost, and then that rippling out into the collective. I am so grateful for you guys. I hope you have an amazing, graceful, abundant, prosperous day. I love you. Feel free to connect with me, to send me comments, DMs, anything on how this has helped you, how this has supported you in your beautiful, abundant journey. I love you. Have a beautiful and magical day. I'm sending you deep, unconditional love at all hours of the day. I love you. Thank you for being you. Bye, guys.